thing is, I love working in healthcare just as much as I love playing video games. I think just, coming.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming to you tonight from the and nothing.
Kevin, thanks.
Oh, you know what? I love that work ethic. Thanks, DA. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Let's take a look at Dallas. They're sitting 8th right now in the early going.
And I think for Dallas, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
I thought this might happen. Confidence can take you a long way, but you also have to have the talent to back it up.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Hayward. Markkanen is out there with Vucevic. Then it's Donovan Mitchell, and it's Beasley in at the shooting guard. And for the Heat, Paul out there with Robinson. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then it's Noel. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward spot. Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player in the league in 2019. And as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward. Rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once. Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Mitchell wide open. Another three for Dallas.
Even though Mitchell isn't all that efficient from range, the most impressive thing to me is he believes the shot is going in.
Now here's Noel. 24-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And his shot blocking almost single-handedly changed the game. No one wanted to put up a shot with him lurking.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Heat shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And with a grueling season ahead, Steve, we're already seeing load management for a number of players.
I love that player health is #1 on everyone's mind. Minimizing injuries has become a focal point for this league. Just hope it doesn't affect chemistry at the end.
Now here is Robinson after Gordon Hayward's miss, and that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Paul, and it falls over the rim and in.
Smooth, patient. Chris does a good job of working over that in-between area.
Mitchell passes to Vucevic. And the rejection by Noel. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And he's good on the three ball. Wiggins has got his second bucket tonight.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
Dallas moving the ball around. Passes to Markkanen. He kicks to Hayward. Beasley with a clean look. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Heat leading by 3. Siakam passes to Paul. Outside Robinson. The pass to Siakam. He can't get that one. Excellent D there from Beasley. Mitchell against Paul. And it's Mitchell missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
They get it back. Robinson misses in close.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Beasley for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Beasley's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Mavs. Paul looking over the floor. With the teardrop in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Paul against Mitchell. Beasley outside. Six to shoot. And here is Paul for the three. And that one released in time, but no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Heat lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter.
One thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves.
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, in any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
They've got Siakam. Robinson is out there with Paul. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Noel in at the 5 spot. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Noel finds Paul. Over Mitchell. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 8 points.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Mitchell against Paul. Lets it go from 14. And the shot is long.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
No good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Fires the 3. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Hayward. Mitchell's got his second bucket of the night.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Here's Beasley. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Paul. The shot comes out. Good D by Mitchell. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Mitchell against Siakam. And it's Mitchell missing.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Dallas leading by 3 to the inside. Here's Beasley, and it's Noel with the rebound. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Siakam, and Siakam throws it down.
Aggressive move from Siakam, putting all that length and athleticism to work.
Vucevic with it. No points in the game yet for him. Now Markkanen. Beasley outside. On the wing, Mitchell. Defended by Paul. They get it back. And the rejection by Noel. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Heat lead by 1.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
Mitchell looking it over. There's 21 seconds left in the first half of the game. Rebound by the Heat.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Mitchell outside. Over Paul. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Mitchell's got his third basket of the night. And that'll do it. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is such a tremendous floor leader. CP3 has been mentioned by many. And that wraps up the half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's getting it done is Malik Beasley.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got Vucevic. Mitchell is out there with Beasley. Then it's Lowry Markkanen, and it's Hayward in at the three. Robinson against Beasley. Robinson passes to Noel. Paul outside from the line. Mavericks with the rebound. Vucevic has got his fourth rebound in this one. Mitchell against Paul. A shot, no good. And Miami the other way now. They host the Kings after this game. That game will conclude a three-game homestand. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Good on the bucket. Siakam's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, great concentration from Siakam. Takes the hit, yet his eyes never leave the rim.
Mitchell outside. Hayward outside. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists tonight.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Mitchell against Paul. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Paul's got 12 points in the game.
When you get Chris Paul working in the pick and roll, he's a wonderful passer and an incredible shooter.
Here's Mitchell. Again, the Mavericks score. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Robinson passes to Paul. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
Good decision to regather. Talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Gordon Hayward. Coming off a terrific season. Averaged 17 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire. And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Mitchell passes to Markkanen. Here's Vucevic. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
You know, we see every year 1 or 2 guys drafted toward the end of the first round contribute well for their team. But Pascal Siakam has gone well beyond that.
Siakam hits them both. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Mitchell against Paul to stop the run. Another shot. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Vucevic.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
Robinson kicks to Paul. Over Mitchell. Paul can't get it to go.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Bounce pass Markkanen. Mitchell. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Yeah, that is a timely three-pointer there. They had to keep it within reach going into the fourth, and that shot allows them to do just that.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Paul. Wiggins is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Robinson, and it's Noel in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Markkanen, good. Here's Paul. Sweet little floater. Paul's got 19 points.
You can't guard Chris Paul on these floaters. He knows when to go with it.
Mitchell against Paul. A second chance effort. Count it, and the foul. Chris Paul picks up that one.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
High character kid, well spoken. In fact, Mitchell's pre-draft interviews helped him rocket up the board.
Paul finds Noel, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Mitchell outside. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. All going up court. That's good from Paul on the assist by Robinson. And now a 5-point Miami lead. Paul against Mitchell. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And that's the 7-foot difference for Vucevic. Tough defense, contact. It doesn't do enough to throw off his ability to make that shot.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
Inside, here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
And with that height and incredible leaping ability, Wiggins can throw it down as easy as anyone.
Down low. And the rejection by Noel. We've got 1:48 left here in the fourth quarter. Paul dishes to Noel. Wiggins against Beasley, and that one's good. Wiggins.
And flashing some real toughness inside. Wiggins can finish plays that others simply can't.
To the paint. And it's Vucevic missing. Miami leading by 6. To the middle. Here's Siakam. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Nice rebound by Siakam. Has the 7-foot 3-inch wingspan to get to the ball and the big hands to control it.
Mavericks trail by 9. Mitchell outside. Noel against Vucevic to end the run, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And got to do more than that to stop Vucevic. So adept at fending off those types of challenges.
Outside Robinson. Back to Paul. Props in the layup for 2. Paul's got the lead up to 9 now for Miami.
Taking no chances. They they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're down by 9. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Chris Paul.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. The wide open look here for Vucevic. From outside, off the mark. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Paul passes to Wiggins. Back to Paul. The three. And the Heat, another three.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. So, David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...